I want to share my thoughts on time management, as this was always a debatable topic, with people coming with all sorts of different tips and tricks on how to manage your time. But the main thing that I think needs to be outlined is that you always need to be present with your mind. Any downtime throughout your day, whether you are driving to school or showering, or whether you are in a public restroom, in any type of activity that doesn't seem to take much of your brain power, you want to be constantly thinking and ordering the rest of your day. This might be a little bit tricky at first, but once you get it done a few times, it will get into your default state of being. So imagine you're in high school and you have a quiz coming up in your next class. One thing you might want to do while walking is studying in your head, because you don't always need a piece of paper to study. So what you can do, you can train yourself to recall the topics you talked about in class, considering that you're following the class, and then try recalling the examples and study in your head. Then you walk to your next class and ask yourself, what do I need to study? What are the potential questions? On the same note, if you have a big exam coming up and if you didn't have time to study, you can pull up one more trick up your sleeve and do that before sleep. So instead of fighting to shut your brain off, you can think. And then you are up next morning and you are sitting in a shower for 5 to 10 minutes and you are also studying in your head. While you are eating breakfast, you are studying. While going to the restroom, you are studying. While grocery shopping, you are studying. All these low-key activities where people usually just shut down their brains, you need to think. You can think. Always be continuing to study, continuing to plan your next step, your next meal, continuing to think about something. You might be thinking about the next blog post you're going to write. You might be thinking about the next course you need to take. You might be thinking about the next YouTube video you want to release. So it's about constant thinking in these downtime moments that a lot of people just simply waste. And I know that there should be time for relaxation as well, as one needs small pockets of time where the brain is not operating at its maximum capacity. But if you want time efficiency, you will need to stretch out each minute to its maximum capacity as well. So just think about your next daily activity and plan everything so that you won't waste time. So again, while taking a shower, you might be thinking about your next 20 minutes and lay them out perfectly so that you do everything very efficiently. And the simple template might look like this. I'm going to wake up in the morning, I'm going to do 10 push-ups, I'm going to take a shower, I'm going to spend my thinking time in the shower, and then I'm going to get out of the shower. And while drying my body with a towel and dressing myself up, I might think about what am I going to have for breakfast. So I'll mentally pick my eggs, my peanut butter, my bread. I know where all these things are in the fridge, so I'm also trying to establish and imagine a simple framework, and also the best framework I can use, the best series of steps to get to my end goal, which is my breakfast. And then I'm going to do the dishes, and while I'm doing the dishes, I'm also thinking about grabbing a healthy snack as well, because I'm going to sit at my desk for a few hours. So everything flows very easily, and if you do this on a micro level, it might sound a bit silly. But if you start looking at it on a more broad scale, on a more of a macro level, it can really change your efficiency throughout your day.